One.
Okay, here's the first pose. This has scientifically not been proven to really be that beneficial. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Everyone does it. I think it feels kind of good, but you want to have some kind of doubts about how beneficial this is. With my yoga, you want to cut out everything that's bullshit as quickly as possible. But I think not a full, we're not going to do a full one, but we'll just get you the basics and get you breathing. And I think this is worth something. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe deeply. So it's kind of to get my body going. So I got my hands like this together, okay? And my hands, what do we call, clenched up. And I'm going to breathe. So I'm going to go. And what I'm doing is I'm lifting my elbows. I'm not lifting my arms. I'm trying to get my elbows towards the sky. And then in with my nose and then out with my mouth in a round shape. So I open up my mouth. And I'm pushing my head back with the right on the point there. I'm like pushing my head so that I can feel it in my neck. I'm warming my neck up too. So I'm warming up my arms, shoulders, breath. Okay? So basically just like this. And what I do is I do them, everybody does like 20 of them. Fuck that. Just do like 3 or 4 solid ones. You're good. You're ready to go. Your time is important. Okay. So I go. The reason why the open mouth is important is when you're going back, the open mouth causes your head to go back farther. If your mouth is closed, there's more pressure going back, so you're warming it up more. Okay, so that's all we're going to do for that. The next one is going to be something that I was very fucking bad at in the beginning, and I'm getting better. But basically what you're going to do learn how to lock your arms. Okay, so this is like a shoulder one. So my shoulders, I didn't realize it. They were my weak point. I had shoulders that could have been damaged at any time. I'm 54 years old, and it's dangerous to have weak points. Like basically, I think of myself as a special forces person who needs to be ready for anything at any time. So whether it's underground, underwater to attack a ship, or get jumped by 30 guys, which has happened to me, or just to chase a baby around, I want to always be ready for any challenge. So if like one time I was running a 10K, and then I didn't realize it. Me and my friend didn't realize it, but there was 2 races. There was a marathon and a 10K, and we didn't notice the 10K finish line, so we just kept going because we're like, God, this is the longest 10K I've ever seen in my life. And then about halfway through, we're like, this can't be a 10K. Like it's too long, right? And we finished the marathon. We had to walk at the end a little bit because we had no training for marathons, but that was cool because it was just like no big fucking deal. Like life is no big fucking deal. Just go for it, and it's like no big deal. Like if you just go for it on a regular basis, you're kind of ready for anything, and that's what I always want my body to have, as little weakness as possible. So unblackmailable with your body is probably the most important, because if you're blackmailable, if your body's weak, you're fucked. You're a fake human. I think most men my age are just bullshit. Like you could push them, they're like there's nothing there. They could have a heart attack or something. You know what I mean? Like they could just pull a muscle in their back or something. You know, that's bullshit. I want to be in the shape that I was in basically in junior high school all the time until I die. That's my goal. Okay, so this one is shoulders. So that's my weak point, like I said. So I'm not good at it. So that my shoulders actually kind of hurt. You're going to have things you're good at, things you're not in yoga. So just give yourself a break. So my shoulders actually hurt today because I did it yesterday. And I've been pushing my shoulders because I realize now my shoulders are weak. I didn't even know when I started. So yoga fixes you, basically. It fixes the bullshit parts of your body. And the bullshit parts is what's going to take you down. Okay, every time there's a financial crisis, it's never what the other one was. It's a new problem. You know, we're always judging by the old one, right? The Germans are going to invade, but it's not the Germans, right? It's somebody else, right? So the key is to have your body ready so that you're just fucking kind of ready for anything at the best extent that you can, right? Okay, so this is what I'm going to take my arms and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take my arms, straighten them, and I'm lifting. Imagine I'm lifting my fingertips towards the sky. So I'm trying to touch the sky, and I'm also trying to touch my ears with my shoulders, okay? With my elbows. And then, after I get that pose, I kind of like, take your time. I like to do it. Okay, this is one thing I don't like about regular yoga. It's just like, do a pose, do a pose, do a pose. And it's like 90 minutes for hot yoga. But that's, one, my yoga's faster. And also, I take more time. So I skip some stuff and I take more time. So I like to kind of ease into it so I can feel myself kind of getting into that pose. I can, you know, it takes time, right? Just like you almost have to like, it's like the sand shifting or something. It's like, it takes a little time to get into the pose. Don't push it. Just let yourself kind of ease into it. And then once you get it right, then you go for it, right? It's fucking, you're ready to like full karate chop, you know, it's like you're fucking like, it's not like you're doing it easy, you're just easing into the pose. Because the pose is the most important thing. Yoga is one of the weirdest fucking things. Okay, here's the deal. The poses are more important than anything else. So if you look like shit and you can't do this on Instagram, that's normal. You're gonna look like shit. You should look like shit. You know, you should be doing this, like, try to do the poses correctly. And there is a method to this madness. Trust me on this one. You cannot cheat on this one. So you might be able to do this one and bend over more than me by not doing some key part of the pose. But that's gonna fuck you. These poses are very, very, very well thought out, very fucking, I could say scientific. There's something so deep in these poses. You can go as far as you can go on these. You could have a child at 3 months old and start getting him, and then a year and 10 years, and he could become better and better. Because these poses aren't just some bullshit thing you're just doing. There's a deep process to these ones. So don't worry, just get into it. Just focus on getting into it. It's not about like pushing it and like looking good or getting to a certain level. It's about getting the poses, understanding them, easing into them, and then pushing it with the fucking right, you know, just on the right way. Okay, so let's do this. So arms up, and I'm pushing my fingertips towards the sky, and my back is straight, okay? And now I'm gonna bend this way. And I'm kind of putting my left hip forward, and I'm pushing sideways, while my fingertips here are going down. Okay, so I'm trying to, so it's like, this is going this way, and these are going this way. And I'm trying to get that stretch, and it's not easy. And I'm not going like this, right? I'm not going like this. I'm going straight up, okay? And then I'm trying to touch my ears with my shoulders. And I'm going, I'm pushing my fingertips up, and it hurts. Stretching, okay, that felt good. Now I'm gonna do it the other way. Okay, so fingers to the ceiling, as far as you can, as straight as you can. When I started, I was like this, okay? So this, and then I'm gonna get it right, and then I'm gonna push my right shoulder, my right hip a little bit forward, and then I'm gonna push, stretch, and stretch, okay. All right, so next one here, I'm going to, let's see, here, pause it here. Stop. Okay, so then immediately I want to go down and I want to grab my heels. Some people can grab their heels from behind like this. Okay, I'm going to grab from the side because I can't quite do that. Okay, and I'm going to grab my heels. Okay, my legs are bent. Okay, and I got my weight on my toes. The balance is hard, and I've gotten better at it. In the beginning, you might eat shit and fall over. That's fine. Okay, so you pull down. So I'm pulling my head. I'm pulling my forehead towards the ground, much as possible. And then I'm going to straighten my legs, and I'm going to try to open up my kind of lower back. So I'm pulling, and I'm using my arms. I'm fully using some power here. I'm trying to stretch my body. Sometimes I hear it crack. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I go from this to this. Okay, so I'll do a little more this, and I'll just do it fast. This is all one pose. Okay, get my balance, head down, hips up. Ah. Okay. All right, so this next one, I'm going to lift up my leg. Okay, so I'm going to go down, I'm going to grab my foot. Okay, I'm going to straighten my leg. Okay, my standing leg is straight. And then I'm going to go like this. Eventually, you won't need your hands. So your leg will just go straight up. What I'm doing is I'm pushing my heel forward. Okay, I'm trying to like open my hips. And I'm using my muscles and I'm just pushing. Okay? Now when you start, the beginning, you might just be able to do this. Okay? But trust me, if you keep doing it, you will be able to do this, and it's fucking amazing. It's a very, very good one. Okay, so I'll do my other leg. Okay? So now this knee, as you guys know, I posted my MRI. This knee is fucked. So, okay, this knee is completely dog breakfast inside this knee. So I've learned, I was very tempted to give up on yoga because my knee started swelling out. But what I did was I didn't give up. I adjusted my stance. So you're going to have problems in your body and you need to adjust. Okay? There's two parts of exercise. One is pushing through, being a fucking madman. And the other one is understanding that your body has weaknesses and has damage and things. So you have to, it's a balance. Okay? It's a tough balance actually for guys. You know, like which one should I do? I learned the hard way that I can't push this knee too much. And so for me, if you have knee problems, when I straighten my knee like this, lock the knee, which is good for yoga usually, it fucks this knee up. Okay, so what I do with this knee is I bend it ever so slightly. Okay, I don't straighten this knee, and then it's just fine. In fact, doing yoga helps my knee because I'm kind of getting the blood in there moving, and the muscles are moving, and I feel better. Okay, so that's how I know it's working, is I feel better and it doesn't swell up. So you got to kind of figure your body out like a scientist. You know, don't get depressed, don't give up. Just think, you know, what do I need to do? Talk to somebody. You know, you can ask people advice. Obviously, if you're on Unblackmailable, I can help, but you just kind of figure your body out. So whether you do it online, go to a yoga studio, whatever the fuck you got to do, get a friend who's good at yoga, you know, go on some chick who's good at yoga, whatever, and then have her help you figure it out, or whatever. Figure it out, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my leg, I'm going to keep this leg just ever so, it's harder to balance when you can't straighten your knee, okay? But I'm going to do it as much as I can, and I'm feeling it now in my lower back, okay? And I can't do this one as good as the other. And I'm pushing out with my heel. And I'm trying to stand up as much as possible. And again, my goal is to do this without even using my hands. So my legs straight out, you know. And that's like badass. And that's what happens, is you become very, very balanced and badass. Yoga is not some bullshit thing. Okay, so pushing out, it feels good, okay? And I'm doing this for this video, but actually I love this. Like, this makes me feel fucking great. And we're gonna have a huge goddamn meal afterwards. Okay, so I'll do one more real quick. Like this, straighten it out. Okay, and I'm trying to push out. And if you're more flexible than me, that's great. Okay, there's no better or worse. You're trying to get in shape. You're trying to be badass. You want to have balance, you don't get injured, and you want to do what you can do, right? The best that you can do. That's what this is all about. Okay, now my leg's not quite straight, pushing out, I'm standing up, trying to look forward, and I'm pushing with my heel. Damn, that's hard, okay? Okay, that's good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I kind of mix these ones up. These next two poses I don't think are that important, so I'm going to kind of half-ass do them. So this one, same thing with the arms, straight up, and I'm going to take my leg, I'm going to go out, I'm going to try to go forward as much as I can, and then I'm going to try to make a T, okay? And I don't know if this is that important, but it seems like it's okay, so I do it. Most people do two of these. I kind of do one. Whatever. Yeah, I kind of do one. Again, I can't lock my knee, so I do the best I can. And I try to feel, you know, kind of got to go forward a little bit. I want to be a T. I want to be a fucking T. Okay. Whew. There we go. Okay. These aren't necessarily in order. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go like this, like this. I'm going to set my hips this way, so the hips are forward, okay? And I'll go the same thing with my hands, right? And then I'm just going to basically go forward. Okay, so I'm going to try to touch the ground, again, with my fingertips, okay? So my fingertips going forward, trying to touch the ground. I'm not good at this one, but I am getting better. So that's the key, is I feel better. I'm trying to keep my hips straight. I'm pushing forward with my fingertips. Oh, it's hard. I'm not good at it, but that's what you want. You're going to get better. I've been doing this for 2 years, getting better all the time, feeling better all the time. Okay, so I started when I was 52. So here we go, same thing. I'm pushing forward. Now this knee is a little better, so I can do a little better on this one. I'm pushing forward. This knee's kind of straight here, right? And then I'm pushing, stretching my back, okay? Okay, now here's one of the most important ones. This one is called triangle pose. So this one, I'm going like this, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do is you want a full stretch on this one. So basically your legs pretty wide, okay? Pretty wide. What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to get this leg parallel to the ground as much as possible. This is the most important part of this stretch, of this pose. So I want this to be, I'm gonna put my arms out like this, kind of straight, like a board, and then I'm gonna kind of, now this one I'm not good at, but I think this is my most important one. So I try to I let my body kind of ease into it. I don't do it too fast this one. I just kind of go like this, and I'm stretching forward, and letting the weight of my body push me down, which is kind of cool. I'm not using my muscles. My muscles are kind of pushing like this, is pushing this way. My knee's kind of like an arrow going that way. Kind of pushing. Okay, now I'm going to switch my hands like this, okay? And then I'm going to go like this. Now, this one, what I'm doing now is I'm putting weight on my fucking spine, okay? And I'm twisting it, and it feels fantastic. This is insane. This makes you Superman. Seriously, this one is a big deal. And I'm touching the ground, going towards the ground. My arms are straight, and I'm putting this hip kind of forward this way. And I'm going up like this, and then easing into it, the legs, twisting around. It feels so good, I like to stay in it. But that was hard to get in the beginning. Okay? Now I'm going to do it the other way. So I'm going to go like this. So you might want to. So my one leg is, my foot's kind of 45-degree angle there, right? And this one is straight forward. So I'm going like this. And again, don't worry if you're not good in the beginning. Trust me on this one. You're going to get better. Okay? So this one I'm not so good at, this side. You're going to have one side that's more flexible and less flexible. So I'm kind of easing into this. I'm kind of feeling this one. I'm trying to keep my hands as straight as possible. And I'm kind of going like this. Today, this muscle is a little tired on this side, so I might have to take it easy. Then I'm going to switch my hands like this. Okay, and then I'm going like this. I'm turning, and then I'm kind of easing into it where I'm twisting this hip forward, and I'm kind of like my head up, and I can feel it in many places. I can feel it on my leg, this leg. I can feel it here. I can feel it here, and I can feel it here. So I'm kind of twisting. Okay, and like most importantly is I'm trying to crack my back. Kind of. I'm going hand down, hand up. Like I'm stretching. It's like I'm trying to rip my arms apart. And then I'm leaning back. So this shoulder is kind of trying to go back. Trying to lean backwards. And that twists the shit out of your body. Okay, so that's triangle pose. This is a very, very important pose. I do 2 of these, but I'll just do 1 for the video today. And we're just gonna zip through this thing. So, let's see what's next. I've done most of the poses. Okay, now we're gonna go on the ground. Okay.
Okay, so this one I'm going to stretch up to the sky. I'm straightening my legs so my feet are down. My feet are down on the ground, flat as possible. Okay, my body's like a cobra. Okay, my hands are here, and my fingertips are kind of near my shoulders. Near my shoulders, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up with my back first, okay, which is hard, and I want my belly button to be on the ground. Okay, so I can go like this, and I can go really high. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my belly button on the ground and kind of bend the top part of my back. Okay, so ready? I'm going to lift so you can breathe in. I'm trying to look up as much as possible. And then I'm using my legs and my back only. I'm not using my hands. Okay, now I'm going to use my hands too and kind of go forward a little bit. And then I'm going to try to stretch up. Stretch. Okay, and I pause like this. Okay. You can breathe as long as you need between poses. Just do the breathing. And the reason why what I'm going to do, in this video I won't do it, but normally I'll put my head one way, and then I have my chin is on the ground. This is important because if you have fucked up computer neck, like I get from staring at the computer, this helps a lot. So you don't want to go, this way and this way, right and left. But like I said today for the video, I'll just do this way. But generally I'm going to go the other way too. Okay, so I'll do one more. And again, breathe in. Head up. Okay, not using my hands. Now I'm going to go forward and look up as much as I can. With my belly button on the ground. Okay. Okay. All right, so the next one, similar. This one looks like nothing, but I think it's kind of important for some reason. I don't know why. Some of these things you figure out later. So my hands are going to go flat underneath me, okay, kind of parallel next to each other, okay? So they're just right there. And then I'm just going to lift my leg, and I'm going to keep my hip on my leg. So I'm just I'm keeping my hip on my leg, and I'm lifting up with a straight leg. As high as I can go. Now switch to the other side. My hands are flat. So I'm like fucking with my wrists big time. My wrists are stretching like a motherfucker. Okay? Leg up. Then 2. Hands on the ground. As much as I can go. Lift them up. Stretch my hands. Okay. Then I'll do 2 of those usually, but today for the video, 1 is good enough. Again, it's very simple. Hands, arms together, hands flat, fingertips are gripping, and then leg up, 2 legs up, hips down. Hands burning. Okay, that one's done. Okay, so now this one, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to basically try to lift my whole body up. My goal is to have just my belly button on the ground. Okay, when I, become, a god. Right now I'm just doing my best to lift up my whole body, my legs and my hands. So my hands are stretched out. Okay, you need some room here. If there's no room, like some rooms are small, then you can go like this. That's fine. But it is better if you have this hand out like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in, and I'm going to go straight up. And then I'm trying to lift up my whole body, front and back. Okay? And I'm holding. This one feels really good when you get good at it. And then I'm going to breathe out and go up a little bit more. Okay? And then I'm going to do my breathing. Usually I breathe a little longer, but just for you guys, it doesn't really matter. Whatever feels good to you. Okay, we'll do one more. And we'll go. This one was really hard in the beginning. Like I could not do this one. Like I've been doing this for just over 2 years now. I could not do this one. I don't know because maybe my body's kind of heavy from like some muscle on there or whatever, but it was hard. This one's fucking awesome. You become like a fucking spider. And this kind of shit makes you very good at sex, actually. Because you can go in any position. Your body is incredibly strong. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this one cracked my back a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to grab my toes. Okay. So right under the, grabbing just under the toes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the similar type thing. Is I'm going to lift up my legs and I'm going to lift up my head. And I'm going to kind of stretch what I'm doing is kind of cracking my back. I'm trying to make a 0 or an O or whatever. Okay? So I'm going to go like this. My feet are together. Lifting up as much as I can. Okay? Usually you take a break like this, and you do the other way, but I'm just going to go like this. And I'll do one more. I think this one is important. This one feels like shit in the beginning. You're going to feel like a moron. You will not feel like you'll ever be able to do this. But trust me, keep trying. That's how life is. If you gave up on walking because you didn't think you could walk, you'd never walk, right? So fuck that. Okay, so you just kind of try again and breathe in. And I'm trying to, as I'm getting better at this, than before, I'm trying to feel it in my back. Lift up as high as I can. Okay. All right. There we go, son. Okay, so next thing, I'm getting to the end. Okay, so the next one, I'm gonna get my fingers and feet like this. And I'm going to do this. Now this one, I'm just crossing my thumbs. So if you go like this, it's easier. But I think it's better to do it just like that. It's harder. And I'm trying to push these together, but I can't do it. I'm trying to touch my ears. That's what my goal is. It's like a triangle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down as far forward as I can. Okay? Trying to use the muscles. It's really hard, actually, for me. I don't know why. Some people are really good at this one. So now, since I can't do it perfectly, I'm going to stretch forward with my fingers forward, my ass backwards, and I'm trying to touch my face on the ground. Okay, so just kind of stretching out the whole body. Okay, and I usually take a little break. And then I do the same thing. What the yoga guys do is they all lay down and meditate and shit. I really am not into that. And the other thing is I make noises. So a lot of the yoga guys will tell you, don't make any noises, don't grunt. Do whatever you gotta do, is my opinion. But if you're in a class, then you want to, keep in mind there are manners in yoga. So, but if you're alone like I do, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you like. Now, as you get better, you're going to grunt less because you'll go into it more peaceful and stronger. But in the beginning, to get into it, it's goddamn hard, right? So you got to go for it, right? So, this one's hard for me. I'm telling you, right here I'm dying. With my hands just want to go down the ground. What I should do is they should be out straight and then slowly coming down. I can't do that yet. So what I do is I kind of get set up and then I go like this. And I lean forward and I just touch my face down as much as I can. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now, this one, okay, go ahead and pause. Okay, so this one I'm taking my legs are separate about, 6 inches, 8 inches, something like that. Shoulder width or whatever, a little bit less. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands
And I take my hands, I'm gonna kind of put my fingers down, thumbs out. I'm gonna push my hips forward, okay? But right in here. So kind of get in here with your hands. Now I could not do this in the beginning, so I used a fist in the beginning. I used a fist. But now I'm getting a little bit better. My hands are kind of like, my wrists are kind of fucked from the computer. So they're not as flexible as some people. In fact, they're not flexible. But so I go like this, okay? So I'm going to push my hips forward, okay? And then get the comfort right there, so kind of forward. Then I want to lean back, and I'm using that muscle in the front of my leg, okay? So I'm kind of like letting my head fall back, and it's falling back, falling back. And I'm using, the front of my legs is burning, okay? Then I'm grabbing here, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch my hips forward. I'm lifting them to the sky. But my head is going back to the ground. So my hips here are going up there, and my head's going back, is the plan, okay? And I'm stretching my back like a motherfucker, and it really feels good. Up to the sky, there. Woo! All right, I'll do one more. Same thing. Okay, this one's an important one. And it leads into the next pose. Okay, so this, and we're almost done, so we're getting towards the end. So like this, push forward, and then I'm letting my head go back, burning the front of my legs like a motherfucker. Okay, grabbing the bottom of my feet, and then I'm pushing forward with my hips, and I'm letting my head fall back. Almost like my head, the weight of my body is pushing my head towards the ground. And I'm burning, and I'm lifting up. Okay. Oh, that's a motherfucker. Okay. Now, same type of thing, I'm stretching. What I'm going to do with this one, I take the mat, and I lift it up, okay? I want to surround my heels, okay? And I'm going to basically try to pull my head down, becoming shorter. My head's coming down, grabbing my heels, pulling my head down, okay? Pulling my head down. Then gripping my heels, okay? And then I'm coming down, okay? And then what I'm doing is as I go down, some people can go all the way down. Do not do this. Do not stretch your neck like this and then bend your neck. You want to get comfortable where the pose becomes normal. I kind of fucked myself up for a while with this one, but now I know how to do it for myself. So what I do is my head forward. Some people can put their head on the ground right now. That's fine. I can't. So I'm pulling my heels, okay? Then I'm lifting up my hips. My hips are coming up. As my hips come up, my head goes into the ground, okay? And don't, like I said, don't push it with your neck. Kind of your neck's kind of straight. Then when I hit the ground, okay, then I pull my heels, and then I lift up my hips. And then my arms are burning. Oh, woo, motherfucker. That one's hard. Okay. I'll do one more with no break. This one's fine. I don't know. You can try to get into it, get out of it. To me, the big thing is not getting into poses and out of poses. The big thing is the fucking stretch. Okay? It's the muscles, it's this flexibility, it's the stretch. So, I don't care about it. A lot of people, they lay down for, whatever. Okay, so, next one here. What I'm doing, same deal. Okay, so I'm grabbing my heels, and I'm going down. And I'm gonna get my head on the ground eventually, and then I'm gonna lift up my hips, and pull my arms. And my hips I'm like breaking my back, just above my butt. bending like a motherfucker. Ah. Woo! Okay. Now we're almost done. Okay, so the next thing, what I'm gonna do, go ahead and pause. Okay, so I got my knee on the ground, facing that way, and I've got my foot over the top like this. And I want it on the mat, not off the mat. I mean, if you can't do it, don't worry about it. But eventually you want your knee here. Now, I'm not very good at this one, so don't, I'm not the best one, but this one is fucking awesome. So you don't have to be good at this one for this one to be awesome. This is the back cracker, you know. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my hand back here. Okay, I'm getting a good grip. Then I'm putting my elbow here, and I'm kind of trying to push my leg this way. Okay, and then I'm stretching and looking back. Okay, and I'm looking back. Ah, okay. And then I'm doing the same thing with the other side. And I will try, let's see, maybe this way. If you want to, if this makes sense, if you want to move or whatever. Okay. Well, I lay my knee forward, and I'm going to do the same fucking thing here. I'm going to go like this. Okay, I got my foot on the mat, got my knee forward that way, and my hips are kind of facing that way. Kind of. Right? Then my hand goes back here. Now, some people can touch their hand like this without touching the ground. So if you're really flexible, your arm's going to go here, and your shoulder, your leg will go back like this, and you won't even need to touch the ground. You know, some people can do this amazing. I can't, so I need the ground to do my twist, you know? I can't do the twist, but I can't do this shit, no way. Not yet. Give me another year, and I'll get to working on it. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this, and again, I'm using the grip on the ground. Using the grip there, using the grip in my foot, front foot, and I'm using my hand a lot on the back. Okay, and then I'm gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna twist around, and I'm gonna try to look back. Okay, and basically that's it. That's it. You can do breathing at the end if you want. I don't think it's important. Fuck it. When I'm done, I'm done. And you will feel, I can tell you this, I think, and this is my opinion, meditation is bullshit. Meditation does not really relax me. This yoga puts me into a very, very peaceful state. And I have some of my best ideas when I'm doing yoga. So I like to have a notepad or a computer nearby so that I can get up, write down my good idea that I have that's coming as I'm doing this. So, and also what I like to do too, I like to, basically yoga is part of my life. Okay, so sometimes I'll do a phone call while I'm doing yoga. I'll have the phone there and I'll be talking to my friend while I'm doing my stretches. Sometimes I'll be watching, like right now, the Warriors are playing the, what is this game? Who is it, you guys are kicking somebody's ass? And I watch that. So yesterday I watched the highlights of that. And sometimes I'll watch a video studying something while I'm doing my yoga. So I don't let it take a lot of my time. Like I'm doing other things at the same time. Because what I found with a lot of yoga when I started is I'd go to the class, which took me like 45 minutes to get there. And then I would do an hour and a half class. Then I would be super tired afterwards or super relaxed. And then I would be like mellow for like 20 minutes. Then I would take a shower. And then I would come back 45 minutes. But I mean, that's like 4 hours, like solid 4 hours. And I just don't have that kind of time. So once I got good at the poses, then I started doing it on my own, in my own way. So I don't know anybody else who watches basketball while they're doing yoga or makes phone calls, but I like to do that. And I feel great. Like I can get shit done. I can be doing 10 things at once. Even once in a while, I'll do like a serious phone call, like a business phone call, while I'm doing my poses. You know, I'll have the phone there. And I'll even tell them, I say, hey, I'm doing yoga. But my friends know me, and they know that my best ideas come when I'm doing exercise. So they're like, yeah, fine, go ahead and fucking do yoga, you know, whatever, you know, just get the best ideas, like let's get some shit done, you know. So do it however is comfortable for you. When I started, I was in a class, and I got to give special thanks to Charlie Hubbard, who taught me yoga, and he taught me each pose very patiently. So you might need to go to a class, you might need to go to a school to really get in deep. But once you get them, like I said, it's just part of my life. It's just like, while I'm doing this, I do that. I'm drinking my coffee while I'm fucking driving my car. You know what I mean? While I'm talking, you know, yoga is not like this big, I need this huge break. You know, it's not like Instagram. It's not like, you're basically trying to stay young. And I can tell you this, this is very serious. I can't explain this one, but yoga is the most amazing thing when you are going through a difficult time in your life. I cannot explain why. I just tell you this is a fact. You'll see it in your life. Like, no matter how difficult, whatever you're going through is, like maybe somebody in your family has cancer, or you know, you something really bad happened to you, or you're dealing with some difficult thing, like you know, some kind of difficult situation, or you're trying to figure something out. Yoga, there's something about it. It is like, it's a combination of your body and your mind and like your spine, you know, all the things that you don't usually work on. It's making your whole body one, like almost like a robot with no weak spots, you know? It's like you know what I mean? It's like Gumby. It's like you can do, we're not in Gumby actually, more like a really trained fighter or something, you know? Like, so I like, for example, if I have to lift something really heavy, you know, like throw it, or if to bend like this way, or if I'm in a fight and there's like several guys, you know, like there's something in my body that is like completely balanced. Like whichever direction I go, you know what I mean? Like I can handle, and it gives me, I can tell you this, it gives me some kind of sixth sense awareness of what's around me. Yoga does. It really, really does. It gives you a sixth sense. So if you're doing some kind of martial arts, or if you're a golfer, because golf is all about those small muscles, right? So golf is fucking, you know, everybody knows I like golf. It's like golf is, yoga helps you with golf, and yoga really helps you with surfing. Surfing is like, yoga and surfing are fucking peas in a fucking pod. Sex, 100%. Fighting, absolutely. And I think it also helps in many other ways. Like, I've noticed for myself that when I get out of bed, like when I lift, you know, just simple things, like lift my head, I lift my body, and I bend down to pick up something, or, you know, like whatever it is, I notice myself almost like going through the world with ease. There's an ease to my movements. There's an ease to my strength. Whereas before, when I was doing yoga, when I was just lifting weights, I felt like I was kind of like getting ready for something. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lift this. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, you know, kind of thing. Now it's more like, it's more of an even strength, you know? So whatever it is, I feel like there's not a lot of like, I think I was more like, you know, I was like this before, like more. And of course this is very subtle, but I can feel it. You know, you feel your own body now. Your body is the only thing you really have in life. Everything else, like your fucking car, your house, whatever, you don't really have those. Those things can be taken away. But your body is the one thing you take wherever you go. And of course, your mind is part of your body. So when you improve your mind, and when you stretch your back, when you twist your back, when you make yourself more flexible, when the blood moves better in your body, naturally, your mind will work better. Because your mind is just like your heart. It's part of your fucking body. So I think that there's also a big benefit in thinking. And I know for sure that it will take your blood pressure down and it will relax you. And it can help you in many kind of subtle ways that you'll figure out over time. Now that's the thing about yoga is as you do it longer, I've only done it for 2 years, but as I do it longer, I start discovering new things all the time. And that's what people that do it for a long time, they're kind of like, hey, you know, I noticed this fucking thing. Like, now I'm doing this.
And I didn't realize that before, or I opened up this thing I didn't even know was possible, you know, and that's very cool, you know. And I remember, like I said, I'm not on the rampage getting girls, but my last girl, when I was with her, I remember I was doing some kind of weird position, right? And I was like, I forgot what it was that we were doing, but we were doing something. And then she looked at me and she goes, damn. She goes, you're doing well. And I was like, kind of like, I thought to myself, like, oh, I've never done this before. Like I had never, it was a difficult position to hold myself in and to do it. Like, you know, I thought to myself, this is yoga. Like I never did this before. Like, this was comfortable for me. Like I was not trying to do something to do. I was just like, oh, I'm going to do this, you know. And I was doing it. And I was like, wow. So it opens up a lot of aspects of your life, and I think it also improves your balance and your spine. You sit up straighter. You tend your head tends to it's up more accurate. I can feel a sensitivity to my body. So if I'm slumping now with yoga, I'm more sensitive to. I'm like, wait, you know. And I think the little muscles that are in your body, like I had the strong muscles before, but now I have there's like when my legs are wet, you can see like I got so much hair, but there's like rippled with little muscles, and that's all yoga. That's all yoga. The weights, they give you that overall strength, but as you get older, if you don't work on your little muscles, you're gonna get injured. You're gonna get fucking injured. And when you get injured when you're old, it's serious. You break your fucking hip. You know what I mean? You hurt your knee. You hurt your lower back. And once you do that, you're forever somewhat hobbled. And I don't want you guys to be like that. I want you to be as fucking unblackmailable as possible. It's like you cannot fuck with somebody who's completely got their shit together. It's much more difficult. Nobody's gonna fuck with, it's like a car that has like, you know what I mean? You see like a guy's like NRA on the back. He's got like emergency alarms everywhere. He's got, you know what I mean? He's got like a fucking lock, what's that, the bar on the fucking, the steering wheel. You know what I mean? He's got like, you know the guy's packing a gun, and there's like some kind of shit kicker bar there. You're probably not going to try to steal his radio, right? Because you're going to go some like office area where the door's open. You know, the guy's got a convertible. You know, because people are not going to mess with people that are going to be trouble. So you just want to be like that, so you have less trouble, right, in life. So don't think of it as a girly thing. Don't think of it as an Instagram thing. Think of it as a necessary life thing. Okay? So that's the way I think about it. And I do it, okay, these days I've been doing it almost every day. So I get up in the morning, I come here, I go in the sauna, I warm up. I usually do it by the pool, but it's a little bit noisy, so we did it here. And then I just basically, on some days I'm not feeling that energetic, and I won't go quite as deep as other days. And then other days I'll just feel like, oh my God, this is one of those fucking days. And I'll be like, yeah. You know, and then when I'm done, I fucking rinse off, get the fuck out of here, and I eat a huge meal. So that's my plan, and that's what we're going to do right now. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and good luck. Put your questions below if you have any questions, ideas. I know a lot of you guys are actually doing yoga, so you might say, oh, this is bullshit. This is too unorthodox. You missed this pose and missed that, and I really would love to hear, because I know there's a lot of smart guys that listen to this channel. So I'd love to hear somebody who knows yoga better than me, who can tell me I'm wrong, can fix things, and we can start to improve it. But I tried to put as many twists, because I just don't like wasting time, and I don't like doing something that I know that I can't do long term. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's too difficult to get motivated to do, I know that I won't do it long term. And that's not what I want. I want to have a good life from here on into the future. So I want to have something that's like, cut it down to the things that you just need this, you need this, you need that. You know, it's like simple as possible. I can do it anywhere. I don't need a school. I don't need a class. Like if I don't have a sauna, the sauna is the reason why I'm sweaty. That warmed me up. But if I don't have a sauna, I could do anything. I could run. I could take a hot shower. I could take a hot bath. I could go into a steam room. I don't think the science has not proven that hot yoga is that different from cold yoga. Okay, the cold types. But so in the room for an hour and a half being hot, I think it's kind of bullshit. But being warmed up is important. So that's why I go to the sauna first. Get warmed up. Because I'm not the most flexible person in the world. So, I do need to get myself into a mode that I can start to see benefits. Because otherwise it gets difficult because you don't feel progress, right? You want to feel progress. So as you start this, comment below and watch it again, and then comment below, and then ask questions, and together we'll be able to improve this, where it gets better and better and better. It's like a computer, right? You got the old 64 Commodore, and then now you got, AMD, Ryzen 16 core, right? So it slowly gets better. So this is by no means perfect. And again, I want to say very, definitely this is a warning, is be careful, listen to your body, take your time, but kick ass. Definitely kick ass. Once you get it, once you feel it, fucking go into it. You know what I mean? Just let yourself do it. Just feel that feeling, and you'll start to know what that yoga feeling is. It's kind of like when you punch, and you learn how to punch, and you snap your wrist, and there's a sense where you bam, 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 and you learn that feeling. Okay, that's what you want. That's what you want with your yoga, is you start to learn the feeling of yoga, and once you know it, you can kind of take that feeling and then put it into any pose. You're ooh, I'm doing it right. I'm not pushing it weird. I'm not, I'm in it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's where you want to be. That's exactly where you want to be. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we're going to go eat. Thanks.